What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22. Today, we're taking on Newcastle in the Europa League quarterfinals. And form has been absolutely horrendous. We haven't won a game since we were here last. So, there's been murmurs of me losing my job. I left a league-winning team, and I could end up getting sacked. For the third time in this series, we could be future endeavoured. But if you do going to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's go take on Newcastle. Right, fellas, so since you were here last in the game against Genk, the two legs against Genk in the last round of the Europa League, we've had less than great form. Against Fiorentina, we never really looked like we were going to win the game. We had a player sent off in the 45th minute. They scored an equaliser in the 70th. Once we had that sending off, as you can see, we were 3-1 up. Oh no, we were 3-2 up at half time. And then we had that sending off. Not ideal. And then Castrovelli scored the late winner, which was frustrating. Could not get anything out of the team in the second half. We were chasing shadows. Then against Cagliari, we just really weren't very good. Cagliari, who I think were like lower mid-table, like a bang average team, just couldn't get past them. Ferraro did score, which was quite nice. We hadn't seen him score in what felt like an eternity. Okay, he actually scored the game before, but he's not been scoring a huge amount, which is very frustrating. Then we played Inter in the Coppa Italia semi-final. We had 14 players on international duty. So we had a very different side. As you can see, Urbanski made his debut, played a 6.3, conceded 6 goals. We did, however, score 4, and as you can see, 17-year-old Azzopardi, the Maltese international, scored for us. Our players were exhausted. We had so many players on international duty. Like you can see, Urbanski played a 6.3. Emiliano Martinez played a 7.3. Jorgensen played an 8.1. So like some of our players played really, really well. As you can see, Cacatiore played a 7.3, but just never looked like scoring. He was just very much the supplier. But it was a very, very frustrating match because we had so many players on international duty. Inter Milan also had players on international duty, but they have an awful lot of players that are still good enough that they could probably win the league with the players that they had on the pitch regardless. And then this is a very, very frustrating game against Regina because we were terrible. This game week though was insane. All the big teams lost, so I didn't feel too bad. We didn't lose any ground to any other team because literally the bottom half of the league won all their games. We were terrible, but this goal kind of epitomised how poor we were. Because Atalanta reject, Rosa scores because Rodriguez's clearance pinged off his head. That's just exactly what was happening. So we're taking on Newcastle, and I'm not expecting an awful lot, to be honest. It's going to be a time. The players' club atmosphere is dropping. Managerial support is starting to drop as well, and players actually are starting to not care about this mess that's going on. So that's a good thing. We are sitting 8th in the league. We are 6 points behind Lazio. We do need to get involved because I can't see us winning the Coppa Italia. So we do need to go through the league into Europe. We need to get in the top 6 because if Sassuolo win, then they take that cup slot. So even if we do finish 7th and there's potential for us to get the Europa Conference League, they could actually ruin that by winning the cup. So we can't rely on that. But we do need to beat. If we win the Europa League, we're fine. We'll be fine. Actually, I haven't checked to see how many players hate me. I think it's only Valentini. Yeah, it's only Valentini at the minute. He goes between liking and hating me quite a lot. We also had a youth intake. Nothing too special. Fumara has already made his debut. Looks a decent potential striker. 15 years old, 5-star potential. I like it. I like it a lot. And we have Filippo Levi, who's a centre-back, has potential to do well. So he's very good at tackling, which I am quite happy to see. But other than that, I don't think there was anyone that was like, everyone got signed. I don't think there's anyone else that was like exceptional. So those two were the ones that, I'm pretty happy with. So going into this game, like I said, we are on a rather poor run of form. It is a very strong Europa League quarter final, but we do know what we have to do to make it to the final. So we're just gonna do it. We are not without. Ferraro is the only one that's currently injured. He's just gonna sit this one out. He picked up a knock, and it's been just a little bit frustrating. So for this game, we're going back to just the tip. The three at the back, because everything else hasn't really been working. So we're starting with Odero in goal, who so far this season has only missed one game, because he was away with the Italy international team, and he didn't even play, which was fantastic. Casas, Brindo and Valentini as our back three, Sotil and Bastoni as our wide men, with Martinez and Ugarte in central midfield, Pessina behind Vergari, and Cacatiore will be our striker leading the line. So jump in, win the game, smash Newcastle, and never look back. Alright, so we need to step up our game to put an end to our poor run of form. The three striker formations kind of work, also kind of don't. So I'm getting like super hit and miss. As you can see, our form: 3 draws, 2 defeats in our last 5. Newcastle, on the other hand, have been in quite good form. Yeah, 4 wins and a draw. They're sitting 3rd in the Premier League. Probably not going to win the league this year. I think Man City, when I last checked, were 11 points clear of, I think it's Liverpool. So I can't imagine Newcastle are going to be winning the league. So but they're probably, I would imagine they're going to get Champions League football regardless. So they don't even need to win this. Like, this is a situation. We need to win the Europa League to make it in the Champions League next season. They don't. They're going to be in there regardless. So it would be nice if they just kind of rolled over and let us win the match. Bastoni comes down the wing, whips it across, and Cacatiore just over. So 6-7 minutes in, we've had our second shot. None on target, but we've had a 0.2 XG. I think Newcastle's normal first choice goalkeeper is injured. But we did just have Newcastle smash the crossbar. So we've had a little bit of tentative football at the start. We're not looking like we're pushing too hard, but I think everyone's just a little bit weary. Like, it is the first leg, and as the old saying goes, you can't win it in the first leg, but you can certainly lose it. Vergari puts Cacatiore through. Cacatiore straight into Breno's legs. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. We could also do with the money. We are hemorrhaging money. It is insane how quickly we're losing money at this club. I'm not 100% sure how, because we're way under the wage budget, and we didn't spend that much money in the transfer window. So this club has just been poorly run, I guess, before I arrived. So I'm not 100% sure what they were doing. It clearly wasn't working. It's continuing to not work. Cacatiore is playing a 6.7. Not really. I might swap Vergari and Cacatiore around and like have them playing the same roles, but swap them sidewise. Cacatiore doesn't seem to be doing a huge amount. It's time for everyone to dig in. Nobody cares. You really don't care about me, do you? Okay, I've got Cacatiore inspired, motivated, as has Martinez, but I'm going to swap the two of them around, or Vergari and Cacatiore, just so I can see what Cacatiore can do on this side, because we're just not getting an awful lot out of anybody as it is. So, yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for now. Just going to make that one change. We have been the better side. Yeah, we've had a lot more possession. We just haven't really done anything with it. We've had more shots. We've had more shots on target, more possession, more opportunities. We're just not doing anything with it. I'd still find it strange they're playing Skriniar as a right back. Questionable. Also, this guy, Nibs, is one of the best strikers in the world, from what I can see. Oh, that was terrible by Martinez. Absolutely whiffed his header. Yeah, Martinez just absolutely whiffed the header. Right, we're going to demand more. Probably going to end up going to, like, I don't know, move Pisoni and Sotil to play as just wide midfielders. Move them to be wide midfielders. Go 3 up top. Maybe move the midfield into attacking midfield. Just because it's not really working. All right, we're gonna go attacking. Cacciatore has just decided not to play football today. It's fantastic. Delighted. Newcastle have had 3 shots on target, 2 of which have been goals. This is not ideal. Sotil's playing terribly, so Cardamone is going to come on for him. Cacciatore is playing poorly. So I might just move. No, we're going to bring on Shakan. But swap Shakan and Vergari around, because Vergari can play as the advanced forward. He's not great at it, but again, we don't have a huge amount of options. So we'll just put up with what we have. The lads don't care. 2 down, and it was 2 quick goals that have, well, quickish goals that have fucked us over. We're going to berate the lads because this is our home game. We should be doing a lot better in the home game. We've had significantly better XG. We've had way more possession. We've had more shots on target. Just been absolutely useless. What's on the bench that's going to make a difference? Probably nothing. Pacina can move up front. Just have him play as a pressing forward. Shakan. Can't really take Shakan off because I just brought him on. Feel like that's a bad idea. Vergari, you're not playing great. I'm going to bring Silvestre to play up there. And we're just going to go a little bit more attacking. Just because we're 2 down. Just put the 2 lads out wide to play as Mazzella, or complete wing backs on attack. Make you a wide centre back on support as well. Increase the tempo just a little. Stop working the ball in the box. It's clearly not working. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. This is not going well. Just in case, just FYI, in case you were wondering, this has not been going well. They have another corner. Thankfully, we managed to get rid of this one. Shakan picks it up. Our Venezuelan striker, who's not very good. I was actually going to say not very good, and then he ended up losing the ball. So I was like, yeah, that actually like works perfect. He's made a complete hames of it. Odero thankfully finds Ugarte, who I don't think we've even seen in this game so far. I forgot he was even on the pitch. Shakan is put through by Martinez. Shakan puts it in the back of the net. It is 2-1. Okay, so Shakan, not the worst striker in the world. Still not the best. Pacina finds Martinez, finds Shakan. Shakan slots it under the goalkeeper, who is playing a 7. We have given him so many fantastic opportunities. Benfica have turned that game around fairly quickly, haven't they? 10 minutes, they scored 3 goals. We're going to go very attacking to see if we can get that last. Just potentially get a goal. We've had 19 shots. We've lost the game. I'm not a bit impressed with that. We will be shouting at the lads in a minute. We will be back though. I'm going to take these players to the training ground. I'm going to punch them all in the face. So we'll be back in a second for the game against Newcastle. We do have a game against, I think it's Genoa in between. Hopefully we can win that one. Right, fellas, so now it's time for us to take on Newcastle in the second leg. We are losing after losing 2-1 in the first leg. So not ideal as it stands right now. And even worse, we lost to Genoa in the game in between. Genoa, it's not been great. Things are not going well. We are still at a C+, so that's fine, but they're really not happy with this. They're quite happy with the draws against Cagliari and Fiorentina, which I'm surprised by. They are devastated by the fact we're not making the most of set pieces, so we'll have to potentially try and do something with that. So yeah, not ideal. They want us to shoot on sight. Not sure that's a great idea. We have made a tactical change again. We're going for a. Always Ugarte as a roaming playmaker. We're playing a 4-3-3. Let's put you as a deep line playmaker, just beyond defend. So we're starting with. Don't have a huge amount of changes from the game against Newcastle in the first part of this episode. We're starting with Odero in goal, who is playing a 6.58 of late. I have had words with him. He does seem to be happier. He seems content that he wants to do better. Hopefully he can. Casas and Doku as our wide defenders. Valentini and Rodriguez as our central defenders. As you can see, our defence's average rating for the last 5 has been pretty decent. Hopefully they can do something in this game. Ugarte is the holding midfielder behind Pessina and running Jorgensen. Kekatiore playing as the winger on the right. Hopefully he can get involved. Vergari on the left with Ferrero playing as a pressing forward through the middle. We're without a number of players because of suspensions and injuries, and the fact that a lot of them aren't registered. But thankfully, if we're still here next year, there is a chance that we could have Raphael. Well, if we're still here, Raphael will be a player who will be playing for us. And I'm just hoping that we can do something. I'm going to thrash my arms because the morale. Oh, wrong button. Morale is quite low at the minute. As you would imagine, we've not been playing well. We're just continuing to get shit on. We're just, every game we're losing. And it's just driving me insane. Newcastle have the first highlight. And they've already scored. Okay. 4 minutes in, we've already conceded. With our slightly more defensive tactic. I'm going to bright the lights because it's not going well. We're 7 minutes in. We've already conceded. We're 3-1 down on aggregate against fucking Newcastle. I know Newcastle in this world are actually a pretty good team. Like, they have all the money in the world. We're not even, like, attempting to get involved. Doku does win the ball back for Gary. All the way back to Odero, who just passes the ball to Guri. Thankfully, he puts it over. Why did I leave? Why did I leave? I should have never left Slovan. Liberec. Newcastle are just toying with us. We're second to everything. The players don't necessarily hate me, but they're also not my biggest fan. Which is, oh my god, why are we playing like this? Odero does manage to get back, so we're living on the edge. We're just, trying to keep the game. We're trying to keep the game interesting. Rodriguez is playing a 6.4. Ooh. This is no bueno. I'm not enjoying this. We've had one shot on target. We haven't even seen a highlight where we've had the ball in their half. I'm gonna throw the water bottle. I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm quite happy, or unhappy, not happy, quite unhappy with how everything is going. I'm going to just thrash my arms at everybody. Why do you keep hitting the defender button? Furious with your finishing. Right. So, nothing seems to be working. So, we're just going to chuck everything at it. So, you are going to play as an advanced forward. Running, you can be Mazzella on attack. Might as well let Pessina. We're going to go just balls to the wall with the midfield. You can be a Roman playmaker. Complete wing back. We need to score 2 goals at least. And that's just to take it to extra time. So might just tell Odero to just be a goalkeeper. Just please stop making mistakes. Please no more mistakes, please. Jared Bowen has scored for against Wolfsburg. Ooh, Valentini heads just over. Valentini is I think Valentini and Pessina are probably gone. For next season, if we're still here. I think the two of them are going to want to leave regardless of who's in charge anyway. But we have done absolutely nothing in this match. Right. Okay, pop you over on this side. Advance forward over here. Vergari. Actually, put Vergari here as an advance forward. We're going to have double advance forward. And a deep lying forward in the middle. Rodriguez is playing terrible. Oh, we only have Livy on the bench. Okay, so Casas is going to move to right or to centre back. Rodriguez is going to come off for Cardamone. And if Casas has to come off, then 15-year-old Filippo Levy is going to come on to make his debut. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, we leave it at that for now. Just very attacking. We have a little bit of time, but at the same time, we need to start scoring soon. Running Jorgensen has the ball, gets it forward to Kakitiore. Nobody with him. Ferraro puts it in the back of it. Okay. It's 1-1 on the night. It's 3-2 on aggregate. We have 25 minutes left. We're sticking very attacking. We're just sticking with it. Keep going. Newcastle have a throw. Set Maximin. Finds Guendouzi. All the money they have in their site, they're playing players like Guendouzi. Fair enough. Cardamone is just quite comfortably done, but Ferrero's picked up the ball, finds Kakatiore, who gets tripped by Guendouzi. Should be a penalty. I'd be furious if it isn't. Penalty review. Of course. Penalty has been given to level the game on aggregate. Running Jorgensen puts it in the back of the net. His 4th of the season. He's quite happy now, actually, because he's been getting the football he has desired. He sends the keeper the wrong way. Gives him days. We're going to stay attacking. If we score one more, then we might back off a small bit. I probably should make change because our players are starting to get tired. We're going to bring on Shakan for Gary, because Gary's not playing all that well and he's a little bit tired. Pessina's also tired as well. We're going to bring on Martinez. I'm going to make him a box-to-box instead of the Mazzella on attack, just because that's kind of more his style. So we just need to score one more goal. It's going to chuck a bit of encouragement at the lads. Hopefully they'll come up with the goods once more and we don't have to take it to extra time, because there's no away goals. I don't really want to back it off at all. We mightn't have to, because St. Maximin is about to take the corner. taking his sweet ass time all the way to the back, and Rodri puts in the back of the net. That was terrible defending. Been knocked out. I'm far from pleased with what I've seen. Like, to be fair, Odero, Rodriguez, Casas, all played horrendously. I'm going to tell the lads that the strikers, you did well. I can't complain too much about what they did. Not happy with you. You weren't at your best. Casas, not happy with you. The strikers all played well, so I can't really complain about them. I'm happy with what you did tonight. Everyone else, you were a bit shit. Oh, so now we're out of the Europa League. We're struggling in the league itself, and we're having trouble. We're gonna have a hard time getting through the Coppa Italia because we're 6-4 down again after the first leg against Inter. We played them in the league as well. So we play Inter in the league next. Then we take them on in the second leg of the Coppa Italia. So I'm gonna say we're gonna come back for Bologna Sassuolo and see if we're still in charge. We have a difficult enough run. Like we're playing against top, then 3rd, 12th, 10th, 9th, 7th. So in theory, the Sassuolo game could actually come down to us duking it out for 7th place if we can eventually get form to turn around, because it's just not great. I held a team meeting. Everyone seemed happy with it. It did nothing really, so I'm not 100% sure what we're supposed to do now. So, like I said, unless we beat Inter in the second leg of the Coppa Italia, the next matches you see will be Bologna and Sassuolo. So if you have enjoyed this episode and seen how devastating that last minute goal by Newcastle was to knock us out of the Europa League, then do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below, how do you think we're still going to be here at the end of the season? I'm not 100% sure. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!